Nintendo Switch Online honestly is a fantastic service, but really when it comes to say, it seems like Nintendo has been slowly forgetting about it, doesn't it? In this video, we'll be discussing everything for the future, leaks, rumors, and information that we know so far about this beautiful service. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so when we really think about it, Nintendo Switch Online is honestly amazing, allowing you to play older games that are really hard to get. Like honestly, the GameCube games are so hard to get, it's unbearable how much expensiveness it really is. So really when I look at it, I think that there definitely is a lot of things that Nintendo could do to improve the feature. And since Nintendo always is their motto for this company, it's more like we have to release games in between the big major releases. And they still do a pretty fantastic job with this, but the GameCube application has been lacking. We haven't really seen a brand new GameCube game for like, what, 3 months now? It's honestly been pretty crazy, and it hasn't really been a substantial game when I really think about it. It's pretty crazy because honestly, the games that I just want to see on the GameCube application is more like family games, because usually when I use Nintendo Switch Online, it's because I'm just sitting on the couch with my family and having a great time. Because having all the Mario Party games on one system is honestly pretty cool. Until we get the Wii and Wii U, it would make a pretty fantastic library and lineup for this all. But also, there's other fantastic games when you really look at it. Like, if you look at it, you can really see Mario Kart Double Dash or Super Smash Bros. Melee. And that's exactly where I think Nintendo is headed. Because if you look at it, Super Smash Bros. Melee, there was recently a leak or rumor about Super Smash Bros. Potentially coming out. And if Nintendo really wanted to, they can easily release this to go along with the GameCube application. Smash Melee was a fantastic masterpiece. But also, you can think of it like this. Nintendo could easily use Smash Melee as one of their separate games. But if we looked at it even closer, has Nintendo even released Smash Bros. 64 on the GameCube application, or are they making you go and buy Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? That could very well be it. But I honestly think that there's definitely much more when it comes to think about it. I think that there definitely will be Mario Kart Double Dash in the upcoming future. It would be really fantastic because it would allow players that didn't really have a great time with Mario Kart World to try out another Mario Kart game and then move over to another one and another one and another one. Eventually, if there's a DLC, they'll be like, yeah, maybe I'll try this once again. There's going to be new tracks that I saw from the GameCube games to other things. Anyways, that would be pretty fantastic. But then if we look at other consoles and other systems, could there actually be something else that could be released? Now, we just recently got the Virtual Boy, and although that wasn't the most exciting thing, at least it still is a part of Nintendo's history on the Nintendo Switch 2. You can really look at the Switch 2 now to be that one and only system that you need. It's almost there. Now, of course, it doesn't have the Wii, DS, 3DS games, and Wii U games, but it's getting really close. And I honestly believe in the next year or two, we will see more and more things make their way through the system. Like the main notable one is the DS and the Wii. Now these are probably coming at some point, because if we look, Nintendo has some sort of patent about a double screen, and if this is what they've been researching and developing on, this definitely would make a lot of sense for that service, because then, if you wanted to, there you go. You have like the DS, you have the Wii, you have like the 3DS, you can have them all on the one system. Imagine how cool that would be. You have one Nintendo system that could have every other Nintendo system playable on it. I eventually think that that's exactly what's going to be happening. Switch Online will be, instead of just being some sort of library of old games, it'll be the library of old games, and it would stop everyone else from sailing the high seas because their favorite game isn't there. It would be such a great business decision, really, when you look at it, because then you get a lot of people that subscribe to this service, you realize how great the service is, they play those games, and then boom, they try out other games. Like, honestly, if you wanted to, you could try out Star Fox 64 on the application. Honestly, it would work out, and then you're like, do I like this game or do I not like this game? If you like the game, you can move over to a different Star Fox game. Same thing goes with Zelda Wind Waker. If they decide to re-release the HD versions of those games, you'll be like, wow, actually I really did enjoy this game. Playing it again, but with better controls, visuals, and everything associated with that would be pretty fantastic. So I guess that this potentially could be what Nintendo's doing, but then if you also look at it, well, we haven't really seen an actual GameCube game. It's been a while. I mean, we're getting Star Fox, the GameCube version, but Mario Party, not there. Double Dash, not there. Sunshine, not there. The main Mario games, nope. So, I don't know. It's definitely something that you look at because, like I've said, I think that Nintendo is using the GameCube application because these are the games that, the newer games that everyone looks at, people grew up with, people find the GameCube to be like just a fantastic system with so many fantastic games. It might not have sold well, but these are like all gems in my opinion. So exactly, this is what they're probably doing. They are going to release some of these games later and later and just keep releasing these games, and eventually we will see the Wii, we will see the DS, we will see the 3DS. Nintendo will figure out something to make the Nintendo Switch 2 during its life to have every single system on one system. Imagine that. The endless possibilities would honestly be really, really crazy because you would have everything like that. And one thing that I would love to see them add is the actual intro and music and everything for that system. Because imagine that. You launch, for example, the Wii. They eventually put the Wii, and this honestly wouldn't be too far-fetched because the Nintendo Switch 2 remotes work really, really well as like a Wii sensor. If you played Mario Galaxy, you'll know they honestly work just fine if you've just been using that. Not holding the whole system and wagging around, woo, all the way around, but just holding one remote in your hand, it works really, really nice. So imagine that, if they made an actual like Wii sort of interface when you launch that up, it's like white and it makes the actual music. That would be honestly the coolest thing, and I hope that Nintendo does something like this, because hearing the classic, the iconic Wii music on your Switch 2 in 2026, 7 is probably going to be 2028 by then, would be really, really awesome. So I exactly think that this is the next step, the next future. Okay, so what about the DLCs? Now, eventually, I think Nintendo will add more and more DLCs, potentially Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC, potentially Mario Kart World DLC when that actually happens. We'll probably see something like that on the service because that would drive even more sales, and when your membership runs out, people are probably just going to want to buy it to own it instead of just renewing their membership if they haven't really been utilizing everything associated to it. So I honestly think that that is a great way to drive sales. It's like, it's pretty much like the Netflix of Nintendo, if you know what I mean. You pay this much for Netflix, you get all the games. I honestly believe, though, when we do see the Wii and the DS and all those things and other things like having more DLC on the service itself, potentially having more game trials, Nintendo's probably going to up the price. I'm just saying, it's instead of getting like $70, whatever it is, I think it's $70 in Canada, they're going to raise that thing to like $100, like Sony's over here with the membership that's like $200, I don't know, for a year. I hope it's not going to be that bad, that egregious, but it just comes to show that this service has so many things to offer. And to be honest, Nintendo Music is my favorite part, like ever. This is the thing that I've been using the most because every time I'm mowing the lawn or something, you gotta put on some Mario Kart music because it makes you feel like you're inside the game. It really does. You gotta try it out. And honestly, that's probably about the only music I listen to, Mario or Nintendo music. And 70s, 80s, and I don't like the new stuff. The new stuff kind of sucks, to be honest. That might be controversial, but it's true. Honestly, I really did enjoy the game trials because there was one game trial that I played and I was like, this actually makes a decent game. I'm pretty sure, I think it was Mario Rabbids or it could have been like a Star Wars game, but I played one of them and I was like, this is a good game. So then I bought it the next day. Honestly, it was pretty fantastic because like it just gives you that opportunity to play games, try out the games, test them out, see if you like them, and then bada bing bada boom, you made yourself a fantastic piece of the sandwich, the puzzle. And honestly, the controllers that they have are pretty cool. Potentially their research and development could be a Wii remote, because imagine that. With every single new console for Switch Online, they have a new like remote to go along with it. And imagine seeing the actual Wii in 2026. That would be so cool, honestly. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Nintendo Switch Online is going to keep updating, changing, doing whatever? Or do you think this is not going to happen? This is a whole lot of baloney, hooey, and bogus. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Consider it the like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. We do a bunch of different Nintendo content like this. And let me know a video idea that you would love to see. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.